As the first president to implement the 2010 Constitution, the task of rolling out devolution fell squarely on me. And although the letter of the Constitution provided for a phased approach to the devolution of functions to counties, the spirit of the Constitution suggested an urgent Big Bang approach in creating the devolved structures. This meant giving county governments political, administrative, and financial autonomy all at once. And we were to do this without the luxury of a strategy, dry run, to determine whether the Big Bang approach would work. Fortunately, Article 187 of the Constitution gave us 3 years to execute this constitutional instruction. While 3 years was a fair period to achieve the Big Bang effect of transferring functions to fragile counties, my administration chose an even bolder path. Driven by our acceleration doctrine, we chose to transfer functions to the county structures in 1 year instead of the constitutional threshold of 3 years. And because we were committed to the success of the county's structures, we followed our accelerated devolution of function with 2 critical drivers. One, we undertook a massive transfer of highly skilled civil servants from the national government to the county governments, and this battery of highly trained personnel was meant to give county governments a head start. And they did so in terms of setting up the county public services, including their operating structures and systems. 2, within the first year of my tenure, my administration increased the equitable share allocation to county governments from the constitutionally mandated 15% to 32%. This was a doubling of the allocation in support of the execution of the devolution dream. And we did this because we understood and appreciated that devolution of functions without devolving of funding was an exercise in futility. Today, the national government has disbursed approximately 2.4 trillion to county governments over the last 8 years. The aggregate amount that will have been dispersed to the counties for the next financial year will ensure that this figure surpasses the 3 trillion mark. In other words, this percolation of resources changed the economic fundamentals at the county level. It has fast-tracked the embeddedness of devolved functions in 8 years, and evidence abounds on this, but allow me to give a few examples. Accelerated devolution has, for instance, delivered shoes with a magical label made in Kitui County, Kenya, and given Makueni County its first mango processing plant. Makueni County received 110 million from the Devolution Advice and Support Program. This money supported the processing plant and benefited 12,000 mango farmers by creating value addition. That plant is now buying 1 mango at 15 shillings from farmers who previously sold their produce in the open marketplace at 5 shillings at the very best, other than let their mangoes rot away. Their incomes have grown tenfold and provided ground for their farming undertakings to take off. Makueni is also on record as being one of the counties with the capacity to manufacture its own oxygen, especially in the context of COVID-19. And their universal health care insurance scheme, known as Makueni Care, is also a good example. Another example of county innovation is in Kajiado. In the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, the county looked for a way of distributing food to members of its populace through an integrated system dubbed M-Riziki, which virtually linked financiers and beneficiaries. 30,000 households of their population in Kajiado were able to receive food using the system in 2020. M-Riziki saved the county the logistical nightmare of transportation, and the digital platform also ensured that shopkeepers who partnered with the county to provide goods remained in business during the COVID duress. This innovative approach in distributing relief food closed off avenues of corruption and created highly efficient ways of delivering services to the population.